Hello, my ladies and pretty gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Look What's Happening in the Spirit Realm with yours truly, Light. Today I'm hearing a new story. This one is very personal and intimate because it involves so much abuse of power, so much abuse of the misconception of who you are. There's been an energy out there. In many ways, you can consider it an energy that you have chosen to overcome in this time. But it's been out there in a way, kind of like the dragon in your castle. And at the time, when you were dealing with this energy, this person, whatever it is to you, you were not aware of who you really were. You were not aware that your heart was actually, in many ways, in the right place. And you did make mistakes. We all do. But your attempts to better things with certain individuals, with this specific energy that we're going to be talking about today, in many ways has prepared the bedding for you to be, and for lack of a better term, shot later on down your path. Now, I say this because a lot of you probably are learning a lesson of when to stop being nice, when to truly take the beating and say, this is enough. But this isn't even about that. This video is about a tower moment that's happening at the moment regarding you and who you have been considered as. Your personality is being taken apart and things are being reconsidered. And a lot of you, whether you know it or not, the battles that you've won with certain people, these energies that I'm going to be talking about today, you may have believed that you've won those battles and you've moved past them. And you believed these people took their losses or their win, whatever they considered it to be, and move forward. But that couldn't be further from the truth for some of you. And it's funny because these are the people that you gave to the most for a lot of you. You gave everything you have to these people against your own interest. But that wasn't enough. That was not enough. I posted a little poetry today on my Carnal Mind Instagram. You can check it out if you want. It's down in the description box as usual. But this whole time, this individual who you may have believed took their losses or their wins and kind of went on their own path, they've been very hurt by the loss of you. They've been very hurt and they were not willing to face it. They were not willing to face what it took to maintain a connection, a healthy connection to begin with. Nor were they capable of holding their dignity and standing in their own path when things ended. This individual is very sneaky. This is not the kind of person that would openly, forwardly be aggressive towards you because they're a coward. They're a deep coward in every meaning of the word. It's not an insult whatsoever. It's just the facts. This person is a coward. And they were a coward when they were in a relationship with you because more often than not, if this is not a narcissist, they loved you. They were obsessed and in love. Yet they took and took and took. They had no intention of ever truly giving you beyond breadcrumbs at all because they fear being vulnerable. Yet that is the very thing they love and admire about you. So they use that against you. This is the kind of person that would want you in a relationship so that you can be their mommy or their daddy, and not in a playful foreplay sense. No, they would want you to baby them like they're 5. And it's funny because what you didn't know is the fact that you learned a lot of things in that connection or in this situation, however it's relating for you. You learned a lot of things. You learned about yourself, respect, so many things. And without knowing it, the actions that you were taking after the whole thing fell apart, the decisions that you were making, the things that you were speaking, believe it or not, this person, even though they may have pretended not to care, have been taking it very personally. It's a personal attack. Like, how did I aid this person to do better? And I would rather die than see them with a better situation, an actual life that I know deep down that they deserve. Something that I did not lift a finger to help them with. This person, I want to say for a lot of us, I'm going to say us because this involves me as well. There is a story shift happening. And it's happening because truly there's nothing that you have to hide. Because this person believed they can use your vulnerability against you. They can use your affection against you by drafting up several different stories as to how unstable you are. For some of you, they would go above and beyond to trigger you just to get some tapes, just to get some recordings of you flipping out. Just an example. They would get all the love out of you so that they can use it as ammunition when they lose you. Because this is the person that knew all along that they would lose you because they didn't believe in themselves. And the fact that you learned that lesson while in connection with them and you dare to do better, this person, this is the energy that I'm talking about today. And this is the energy that is facing a major Justice Tower, 8 of Swords in reverse, revelative moment. And it's funny because this individual was trying to spare themselves the humiliation of having lost you. You were an object, a property, some kind of decoration, a trophy of some sort. Something to lean on. Something to give them a sense of, well, at least I have this. You know? But they weren't willing to do anything more. They were willing to keep you at a plateau, whatever it took. So now they're going to have to face a greater level of not humiliation, but exactly what they came for. They came seeking after the same lesson that you were both supposed to learn in connection. The lesson that you learned. The lesson that they're bitter, resisting to learn. So they try to be an obstacle in your path forward, away from them. They try to draft up your past into whatever color that they would like to see it in. They would like to show everyone, oh, look at that. This is the person that you're dealing with. And all of this situation, because for some of you, there's an energy of being in this confused state of, well, you're not really the person you used to be. You're not the person you used to be yesterday, let alone months ago, years ago. But an energy of feeling like your 3D life is not really catching up to your ascension in so many ways. And I feel like there has been a need to microscopically look at the fact that maybe we do care. We care about how people see us. Even you, my dear lovers, you might care, especially when it comes to close connections. You know, you might be a rogue, free thinker, but when it comes to close connections, that need to receive love, to receive vulnerability in return for how deeply you feel things, has actually been a double-edged sword. And now we get to integrate this part of us that would pretend not to care, or that would care over to the extent where you become obsessive and crazy, like the specific energy we're talking about today. We get to integrate this. And sadly, or for good or bad, these people who have been doing this are about, or have already been, in many ways, are being seen for what they're doing, who they are, and how hurt they actually are. Like, they're hurt. They're hurt, they're vulnerable, they miss you, they care, they feel broken. And if you are absorbing those energies at this moment, if you feel ashamed, if you feel all these weird things coming up from the past, we are actually going through this specific clearing process, which is going to allow authentic connections. It's going to allow you to actually be vulnerable and open, while at the same time having a sense of like awareness of where you stand, who you are, what you deserve. Because for a lot of us, this is going to be a massive tower moment where all the speculations that you've had, the theories that have been surfacing in your mind and trying to kill you, are going to be clear. And because my guides told me 2 weeks or something of that sort 3 days ago. So once that happens, we get a chance to forgive and choose and move on. And for these energies, they're going to face a deep level of humiliation, which really does turn into ego death, which we are facing right now on their behalf, through them, with them, for us. Well, with that being said, I don't feel like myself. I feel like I'm talking to you, but I'm like listening. I'm not. I feel like a snake in between skins, so excuse my sparsity or scarcity on YouTube at this moment. I appreciate your presence, and bye. Oh, remember, I don't reach out at all, ever. Those are scammers. My email is in the description box, and pardon my late responses. I'm losing it. So I'm taking some time to rest. Love, bye.